Unity in the Center for Spiritual Living. Let's all stand and we're going to sing this wonderful song. And everyone say with me, I sing my love. I sing my love. I sing my love into the world. That's the whole song. I'll sing it once and we all sing together. Here we go. I sing my love. I sing my love. I sing my love into the world. I sing my love. I sing my love. I sing my love into the world. I sing my love. I sing my love. I sing my love into the world. Again, I sing my love. I sing my love. I sing my love into the world. I sing my joy. I sing my joy. I sing my joy. I sing my joy into the world. Oh yeah. Say I sing my joy. I sing my joy. I sing my joy into the world. I sing my joy. I sing my joy. I sing my joy into the world. I said I sing my joy. I sing my joy. I sing my joy into the world. I sing my peace. I sing my peace. I sing my peace. I sing my peace into the world. Shown up. I sing my peace. I sing my peace. I sing my peace into the world. Sing it like you mean it. I sing my peace. I sing my peace. I sing my peace into the world. Every day I sing my peace. I sing my peace. I sing my peace into the world. I sing my love. I sing my love. I sing my love. I sing my love into the world. I said I sing my love. I sing my love. I sing my love into the world. I sing my love. I sing my love. I sing my love into the world. I said I sing my love. I sing my love. I sing my love into the world. Yes, I do.
Andy Anderson. Good morning, everybody. And congratulations for being here on this rainy Sunday morning, the day before taxes are due. You almost have done well, better than I did. I filed an extension. I'm Kimberly Hawkins, Senior Minister here, and I love to welcome you to Center for Spiritual Living Rogue Valley in partnership with Unity of Medford. So, as I say almost every week, we are a radically inclusive, spiritually progressive faith community. We teach spiritual principles, and we're going to be talking about principle today, that both uplift and transform our personal lives as well as help create a world that works for all. We used to say a world that works for everybody, but you know what? All, including the earth, including nature, including all of life. So we welcome you no matter where you may happen to be on your own personal spiritual journey. I don't know if there's anybody here for the first time. I'm not seeing anybody. Anybody here for the first time today? All right. We're all, shall we say, old timers? Probably not, right? So glad to see you all. So with us this morning, Reverend Bonnie Anderson did High Watch. She's going to be holding High Watch, rather. She did meditation. She's going to be doing a reading for us. And Reverend Andy Anderson is our musician who will also be doing our opening prayer. We look forward to that, Andy. And I think that's it. Please, if you haven't already turned your cell phones off or in airplane mode, please do so. And a special word of welcome to our online viewers. So glad you're joining us as well. So now, time to take our collective deep breath. Turn things over to Andy to center us for our prayer. And please hold your applause after this particular song. Thank you.
is all there is. It's love, peace, and love is all there is. It's all that I need. I'll wander through this land of love, wondering who I am. Then I remember when my mind is clear. God is. I am. I open my eyes to see. I'm whole, I'm perfect, complete. There's nothing I need to find. All I need is right where I am. So I'll let God's love surround me. I am wrapped in the arms of the one, and I see nature's beauty all around me. I feel, I know I am one with the power. I'm one with the glory. It lives inside of me. I don't have to worry, oh, never fear. My mind is clear. I know my faith is strong. I'm right where I belong. I know just who I am. And so I celebrate, oh, and oh, God is. I am. God is all there is. God is all there is. I know that God is. I am. I know that God is. I am. God is all there is. God is all there is. So let's take a moment. Everyone just close your eyes if you so desire. And let's just take a deep breath in. And let that go out. Let's take one more in. Oh, deep breath. And let us know in this present moment, right here, right now, here's what I know, that this breath is breathing us. This breath is surrounding us. We are immersed in it. It's closer to us than our natural breath. It's who we are. It's what we are. So this morning, as we're here standing on holy ground, standing on sacred ground, we are here to celebrate this one life that made everything out of itself. Us in spirit. That's pretty cool. Yeah. So today I speak my word for this entire Sunday. I speak my word today for this service, knowing that it is already perfect in the mind of God. I give thanks and bless everyone here, the staff in the back, the staff over there. Reverend Kimberly, oh, Spirit got something to say this morning. So let's open up our minds and our hearts and allow these words of wisdom, the words of joy, these words of peace, the words of principle, just immerse and bathe us this morning. Hallelujah. So for this, I give thanks. Oh, my God, I give thanks. So glad to be here, alive, awake, and aware. As we allow our spirit to just say yes. Everyone say yes. Yes. I release it to law because it's already done. And with me, let's all say together, and so it is.
Yes, indeed.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, I think we're ready after that treatment. Huh? Evangelical religious science. So this morning, Reverend Kimberly is talking about love, about devotion, love for the divine. And what a greater example is there than the Sufi poets who talked about love so much. And you know, for a long time I wasn't aware that there were women poets, and there are. So I would like to read a poem by Rabia, who is a Central Islamic saint. She was actually born 500 years before Rumi and had a great influence on him. And her poem is A Lover Who Wants His Lovers Near. He is sweet that way, trying to coax the world to dance. Look how the wind holds the trees in its hands, helping them to sway. Look how the sky takes the fields and the oceans and our bodies in its arms and moves all beings towards his lips. God must get hungry for us. Why is he not also a lover who wants his lovers near? Beauty is my teacher, helping me to know he cares for me. And another poem from a modern female mystic, Shalene, I think I pronounced it right, Hearken. God reaches out to you with alluring offers regularly. Through the tender touch of a newly opened flower, handling all its sweetness to your dear eyes. Through the playful and becoming invitation of the meadow calling, enter all of me at once. To the bubbling spring, ever asking your soul to undress, take a dip. Through every fire, saying, I long to touch your whole body with my warmth. But God is respectful and cares about your consent, and you have to give an enthusiastic yes. You've been wandering around with a chastity belt on your mind, keeping respectable and loveless. Darling, drop the front. Every full, juicy atom of this fertile world knows your secret desire to finally say that wide open yes to the commands of the great beloved.
Love is the strongest force that I know. You only need to recognize and know. Love can heal, love will reveal all you need to know, and then you let it go. You see, I never thought, I never knew This love could be so wonderful and new. I let it lead me and guide me on my way. I'm here to testify and say it's only love that can set me free. It's only love that will let me see I am whole and complete, yes I am. It's only love that lives with me. Oh, see, I'm so glad I know I am one with this power that makes it so. You have to live this love from the inside out. See, there's no doubt what this world's all about. I get up every morning with a smile on my face, knowing this love will show me the way. I have to trust my inner knowing, step into my truth. Then, only then will I know this truth, that is love. It's only love that can set me free. It's only love that will let me see I am whole and complete, yes I am. It's only love that lives with me. Oh, only love, only love, oh, only love, only love, oh, only love, only love, only love, only love. It's only love that can set me free. It's only love that will let me see I am whole and complete, yes I am. It's only love that lives with me. Oh, only love, only love, only love, only love. Only love.
Andy Anderson, thank you.
Thank you.
That was awesome. So I've had a good time going rogue this month. I explained last week that I decided not to use the suggested topics for this month, which of course we're free to do. Nobody in religious science says you must talk about this certain week. So last week, so what I've been doing is choosing some favorite topics I've been saving up, juicy topics that I wanted to talk about. Last week, if you were here or if you weren't here, I spoke about whose will be done, because there's so much confusion about God's will versus our will. And the truth is, they're not different. Our ego's will, our little mind, our fearful wanting to control things will might be different than God's will. But as I spoke about last week, Ernest Holmes and Charles Fillmore, New Thought teachers all taught that God's will is for our highest and best good, for our expansion. There's no limit God is trying to put on us, no chain that she or he is trying to, put on us. So, yeah, God's will, our will, it's one and the same. This week, I checked my little list that I've kept in my journal about topics I wanted to address, and I saw the word devotion. And I happen to love the word devotion, and it's not something we talk a lot about in New Thought circles. So I toyed around in my head with possible titles, and I came up with a little alliteration, Doorways to Devotion. I wasn't really happy. And then I sat down in my prayer chair Monday morning. I usually send the talk title out to our advertising team, our whole media team, Monday. And the phrase came to me, the sentence came to me, how do you love a principle? because I think one of the things that keeps us maybe from focusing so much on devotion, which is reverence and love and enthusiastic admiration, worship for someone or something, is that we tend to think about the divine in New Thought circles, not as a person, but as a principle. So we don't believe in the gray-haired, bearded guy in the sky judging us and telling us what to do, but we don't think about God in a personal way pretty much at all. So, when we think about God as principle, it's nice because we know as principle it responds to us. That part of the divine called the law in New Thought circles always says, yes, right? So what we focus on, what we think about, what we affirm, we usually experience. So that's cool. But we kind of lose, I feel, the warmth and color. That's why I've loved the songs so far and the poems, the juicy poems of the Sufi. I mean, don't you just feel the warmth and color? And here's going back to God as principle, some of the things that we have read. In our Science of Mind textbook, Ernest Holmes, in the definition of God, starts out by saying God is first cause. Well, God is first cause, isn't it? The creator, the maker of the universe. And then he goes on to say, the principle which is dependable. It kind of reminded me of the Timex watch ads back in the 50s. Takes a licking and keeps on ticking, Like a principle that is dependable. I don't know. How do you love that? I don't know. Holmes talks about love and law. Love being that aspect of the conscious, creative mind that sets everything in motion. So love sets the way, but law makes the way happen. Law is that responsive part of spirit. He wrote, the law of mind is a natural law in the spiritual world, the world of conscious intelligence, of mechanical order. In our lives, it is largely a reaction and effect. How do you love a mechanical order? I want to love God. How about you? Do you want to love God? Yeah. So I thought this was kind of a juicy topic to talk about today. Devotion. So devotion is defined as love, ardent loyalty, enthusiasm for someone or something. It also can be religious worship, and that's another word we don't use much in Science of Mind. Do we come to worship? Well, if we ask, do we come to worship that God out there that controls us and judges us? No, we don't come to worship. But if we take worship to mean what its definition really says, a feeling or expression of reverence and adoration for God, then I say, yeah, we come here on Sunday to worship. I do. I don't know about you. So I just wanted to look at why is it we don't use the words devotion and worship in our circles. In Mark 12:30 in the New Testament, Jesus tells us the greatest commandment of all. Love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your mind, and with all your strength. But again, how do we love with all our heart and all our mind and all our soul a mechanical principle? So I want to make a shift today. I want to make a shift for me and hopefully for all of us. I love what the German theologian Rudolf Otto wrote. He spoke about the divine with a Latin phrase, mysterium tremendum, which basically means a profound or awe-inspiring mystery. And I think God is a profound and awe-inspiring mystery. So I think that Ernest Holmes really felt this way too, even though he talked so much a la Thomas Troward, one of his people that he based his teachings on. Troward talked a lot about the law and how it was mechanical and always responsive. And I never liked reading Thomas Troward. How many of you have read Troward? Yeah. I didn't particularly like him. One of our practitioners at Namaste Center for Spiritual Living co-taught the class one year, assisted me one year, and I learned from her, she adored Troward, that if you think about it, a law that always says yes, what could be more loving than that, right? But Ernest Holmes, I think, really had the feeling and the fire beyond this mechanical principle. So here are some of the things he wrote. This is from a section in the Science of Mind textbook titled The Personalness of God. So he almost contradicts himself just a little, but I think the two can coexist. God as principle and, wait for this, Holmes wrote, if we merely think of God as an abstract principle and a mathematical law of cause and effect, we shall lose all warmth and color. We should think of God not only as principle, forever pushing forward into expression, but also as infinite person. We should be very careful in abstracting the principle not to forget the essence, capitalized essence. The infinite is personal to all who believe in it. And at the end of his life, Ernest said that perhaps his one regret in all the teachings that he wrote about was that he would have focused more on love than on the law. So I feel like I've been given permission, if I want to remain a religious scientist, to talk about worship, devotion, and love. Now, some of you know in the Science of Mind textbook, there's a section on meditations. Reverend Bonnie read one of them as our meditation this morning. And these really do have that flavor of the warmth and the devotion, the love of God. So I'd like to read you just two of them. They're quite short, and if you feel like closing your eyes to take this in, go right ahead. This one is called The Mantle of Love, and it reminds me of the concept. Reverend Linda Rapon just had her new little first grandson born. And you know how we wrap babies in receiving blankets? This is what this reminds me of. The mantle of love. Like a cloak, his love is wrapped around me. Like a warm garment, it shelters me from the storms of life. I feel and know that an almighty love envelops me in its close embrace. O love divine, my love, how wonderful thou art. I am open to receive thy great blessing. Love envelops me. That's not mechanical, is it? That's not cold. Here's another one, and there are many. I invite you to explore this section of our Science of Mind textbook. This one is called I Listen, another of my favorites. I will listen for thy voice, inner presence. It will guide me and acquaint me with all knowledge. Thy voice is sweet and tender. It is always kind and gentle. Oh, lover of my soul, how I adore thee. How I love thee. How I love thy voice. It thrills me with gladness and joy. It fills me with peace and calm, and it soothes me. It quiets me and gives me wonderful rest. I listen, O divine speaker. I listen to thee alone. I listen for thy voice. So I hope you feel as I do, that if you needed permission, as a New Thought devotee, you have permission to feel and see God in those terms of tremendous love. And I suggest that we do learn from other traditions. Now, we have rejected some parts of our, perhaps the religions we grew up in. We don't believe in an angry, punishing God. We don't believe in original sin. We don't believe we go to hell if we miss the mark. We don't believe any of that. So I think it's good that we've kind of turned away from some of that, but I think in the process, we've missed some of the things that perhaps did nurture us when we were growing up, or have the possibility to nurture us. There was a head of practitioners at Namaste Center for Spiritual Living, my sister's community in Long Beach, who was raised as a Catholic and went to Catholic schools in Canada with nuns, a very strict Catholicism, was very devoted, but became a staunch religious scientist and a beautiful teacher. And when she would come up to pray during service, very often she would start by saying, and so we come to the altar. We don't talk about altars in religious science. We don't have altars. Do you see an altar here? We don't do that. So what did she mean? You know, an altar is a place where we worship, where we have ritual, where we serve communion, right? And we don't have a physical altar here, but the Course in Miracles tells us that an altar really is not a structure. It's an inner attitude. It's that place within us that is devoted to divine love, that does have reverence for a power greater than us, that would speak in terms of, "O lover of my soul, I adore thee." That's an altar, a place of worship. When I was in Bali recently, I spoke about the daily devotions of the people. They make these Chanang saris, little woven square baskets from palm leaves with rice and water and flowers and incense, and they offer them as a gesture of gratitude to the divine, a request for protection from the divine. And it's such a wonderful practice every single morning to do that kind of devotion. I talked about that a couple weeks ago. In the Bhakti tradition in Indian Hinduism, well, actually, I wanted to first say that the word Bhakti in Sanskrit means devotion. And it emphasizes, this Bhakti tradition, a mutual, intense, personal, emotional attachment and love of a devotee toward and from a personal God. And so the practices might be prayer, singing, chanting. We are having Laura Berryhill and Anton Miserak, our music directors, are in India right now, along with Alyssa Naram, studying music. And when they come back, the first Sunday in May, they're having a kirtan concert again after service. That kirtan concert is a bhakti practice where we chant the words of God. And I shared with you, you know, this is the path. This kind of devotional practice is a path to not only soothe us, but to put us in a peaceful state of mind. I sing my peace, Reverend Andy. And a blissful, joy-filled state of mind, no matter what's going on in our lives in the physical. I've shared once before, I was in a class with Reverend Kathy Seattle, Reverend Kathy Ann Lewis. And one of the assignments was to sit and journal all the names for the divine you can think of. And being the nerd that I am, I once went through the Science of Mind textbook and typed up all the words Ernest uses. There were almost 200 of them. So on my plane ride to Phoenix, Arizona to visit my family, while I was in that class, I did just that. I took the whole ride to Phoenix and wrote down all the words of God I could think of. And do you know what? When I landed in Phoenix and got off that plane, I was higher than a kite. No substances involved. I was blissful. And I went, there's something to this. I remember back to my college days in Boston, the Hare Krishna people were there in their saffron robes, drumming, singing Hare Krishna, right? There's something to that transports us out of whatever challenges we may be having right now, whatever limitations we may be facing, to this expansiveness and this love for the divine. And again, I think it's so interesting what's going on for me, and hopefully it's affecting you in some good way, because my intention for this year, remember, was to be open to love, to and from the divine, and to and from y'all. Yeah. All right. In the Sufi tradition, I'm sure you're aware of the whirling dervishes. Do you ever watch them? They look ecstatic, and in the Rumi class I taught a couple times, we did that. We whirled and twirled. Again, we can learn from other traditions. Do you know that Rumi, who was a 13th century Persian Sufi mystic, 13th century, that means he lived in the 1200s. He is the most popular, most widely read, most widely purchased poet in the United States today. Now, to me, that says something. More than Emily Dickinson, more than any of the poets we can think of that we love, Wordsworth, etc. I think it's because that ecstatic love, that ecstatic recognition of divine is something our souls crave for. Or why the heck would we be buying so many Rumi books? And you know, this week I discovered this poet that Reverend Bonnie read one poem from. I first saw her I think her name is pronounced Chelan. Anybody here from Washington know how the county is pronounced? Chelan, yeah. Chelan, Chelan Harkin. I saw her name because the New Thought Center for Spiritual Living in Lake Oswego had an event with her Friday night. She is a young female, I would say Sufi poet. I don't know that she considers herself a Sufi, but she is an ecstatic mystic poet. And I read one poem on Facebook and I went, oh my gosh, I need to order a book. So I went on Amazon to order one of her books. It's called Susceptible to Light. And lo and behold, Amazon told me, Amazon's handy like this, you ordered this book already in December of 2021. Did you ever do that? Kimber's shaking around. And I didn't know I had it. I found it on my shelf after much searching because my library desperately needs some organization. And I had read a few poems and then put it down. So I read the whole darn thing Saturday morning. And oh my, this lady is on to something. So I'm going to read you a couple poems more from Chelan Harkin. One is called I Want More of That. I cried when I read a lot of these. And she has many books now. I'm going to order some more. I had my first taste of love tonight for the essence that made rainforests, water, trees, and time. I had my first taste of love tonight for that essence of unimaginable intelligence that sang stars and orbits and the immense tiny perfections of all the creatures in the sea into being. I had my first taste of love tonight for that essence that was gracious and giving and unimaginably tender enough to have created me, to have thought me up and said, her, I want to see what her blossom looks like. I desire her style of light. I had my first taste of love tonight for that genius of love that makes flowers ache toward light and hearts that do the same. I had my first taste of that sweet, sweet love tonight for the essence that made all the innumerable tidbits of majesty sprouting from every wondrous pocket of this sacred world. I had my first taste of divine love tonight, and let's just say, I want more of that. I'm here to tell you this morning, I want more of that. Let's all have more. Please, sir, may I have some more, right? Some more divine love. One more, and then I'll wrap up. This one is called Slay Your Sacred Cows. And again, I think, we in religious science have slain some of the sacred cows we may have grown up with. We've left behind the God of our understanding when we were in church as young ones. But we have more sacred cows to slay, I think, to change how we view God and therefore how we view ourselves. Because in Science of Mind and Unity, we believe that we are emanations, incarnations, expressions of that one life that God is. So if we change our view of God, we're also changing our view of who we are. Slay Your Sacred Cows by Chelan Harkin. God smiles almost bemoaningly at your stack of prayers, your hoard of good deeds, your performed purity, gives a big celestial sigh. If he could sit you down and give you a good talk, that is, if he didn't have better things to do, like whirl and celebrate his own great mystery and rapturously create universes and such, he would say, darling, you have to slay your sacred cows first. You must stop kissing ass, even mine, especially mine. We'll see if that gets on Facebook. I don't know. You must plunge into this soul I gave you. It is deep, terrifying, and wondrous. You must stop hesitating. You must nourish yourself and forget everything you've been taught in church and everywhere else. Your soul is the sacred tome. These books are simply arrows back into you. You must actively strip your soul, skinny dip in me. Feel the grace, experience the touch of mystical astonishment for your own self. I didn't make you a sheep. I made you a sorcerer of wisdom, a slayer of untruths, a vessel of stars, a fortress of inner knowing, a cathedral of beauty. To get to me, you must slay your sacred cows. To get to me, you must first be willing to slay everything you've thought me to be. That's an invitation. Remembering that you are a vessel of stars, a fortress of inner knowing, a cathedral of beauty. Woo-hoo! So, let's incorporate some devotion into our spiritual practices. Let's incorporate the word worship, because I don't know about you, but I like that idea of mysterium tremendum. I went on a hike this week. Those of you who follow me on Facebook will see it on my page, Upper Table Rock, and took pictures of wildflowers. Did you ever look at wildflowers? The design, the colors, the beauty, the joy. I mean, we miss sometimes the miracles that we're surrounded with every single season here in this beautiful Rogue Valley. To me, that's the divine artist, the divine palette. God singing his beauty, her beauty, right? Let's incorporate that awe. And let's keep any good that we found in our previous religious training, you know, any of that devotional feeling, anything that helped us feel closer to the divine. It's not off limits here. Let's have an altar. At least an inner altar, and maybe an altar in our homes where we can daily in the morning or whenever we do our spiritual practice say thank you. I love you. I adore you. And I know you adore me, God. God, the all in all, the awe-inspiring creator of this gorgeous universe, including wildflowers and including sea creatures. So how do you love a principle? I remind us that a law that says yes is love, but God is so much more than that. Let's remember that. We can do things when we pray, like light a candle, or when you have a session with your practitioner, light a candle, light some incense, journal the names of God, chant, attend this kirtan concert that's coming up, dance ecstatically when nobody's watching, write words of praise, read music, poetry, buy Shalon's incredible books, and share with us if you find new writers and authors and poets that, you know, spark that feeling within you of devotion. And finally, let's open our prayers to other things than just sitting there doing a spiritual mind treatment. And I don't mean to demean a spiritual mind treatment. They're powerful prayers. But what about doing a walking prayer? What about just being present in nature? I'm going to close with one more Shalon poem. And she talks about prayer. I like this idea, her idea of prayer. She calls it morning glory. Sometimes it's better to pray with your eyes open, to see the hummingbirds buzzing around like golden snitches in search of morning nectar, or watch dawn begin to drape her diaphanous light-woven shawl over the landscape of your heart and mind. Sometimes it's better to pray with your mouth closed, to give your soul a platform to listen to the seas of beauty pulsing within silence. Perhaps what I'm saying is that prayer is an invitation to let go of format and enter the holy bones of your body's sweet temple. And that whatever tongue, whatever movement, whatever way your longing pulls you to connect with the sacred wow, that is always sitting deep within your chest, that is holy. That is prayer. Let's all take a deep breath. I want to do a different kind of a prayer. A prayer that we might remember and honor that sacred wow, that holy wow that lives inside each of us right here. A prayer that says, I may not be able to love a principal, but I can love the creator of all the beauty I see around me, the creator of me, of you, of the four-leggeds, the creatures that slither on the earth, the creatures in the sea, the moon, the universe, the planets. Love created this. A love so big, I know I will never quite wrap my human brain around it. But there's this altar inside each of us, this altar, this place, this attitude of devotion that can take it in, that can breathe it in, that can breathe it out, that can say words that we don't always say in science of mind, like, I adore thee. I love thee. Lover of my soul. I am so grateful to be here, right now, right here on this incredible planet, with diaphanous sunrises and glorious sunsets and oceans and rivers and mountains and trees and loves in our life, friends and partners and children and grandchildren and mothers and fathers. And let's remember to remember every day where we came from. Let's remember to offer devotions, whether it's beautiful flowers or the smell of incense or visiting a neighbor who could use a hand, could use a time of connection. Let's not be afraid to use the word worship, the word adore, the word devotion. Let's open up these hearts and be a little less stodgy in our prayer and in our interactions. Let's be that glorious urge that wants to express love and whirl like those whirling dervishes. We are here to enjoy. We are here to express. We are here to love. And I am so grateful to be here right now with all of you, to be here on this planet. May we nurture it and care for it as we care for each other. May we always remember that it was a gift from the divine. And like all things, we need to nurture ourselves and everything that we have dominion over. Which basically means we gotta love it all, care for it all. I'm grateful for this opportunity to speak what's been on my heart, grateful for your listening ear, hopeful that we'll all dive deeper into that essence that is the divine and help each other to do the same. Remind each other when we forget we are the glorious, glorious incarnations of that one life. Nothing less worthy of everything that's worthy of the divine. So I simply release this word, knowing that law lovingly has said yes, and so we let it go, we release it, and we say together, so it is. Amen, my friends. Namaste.
Traveling down life's highway, full of goodness and grace. I wake up every morning with a smile upon my face, 'cause I know everything I need to know, but I know there's still more to know. So I don't say no, let spirit flow and let it continue to grow, and know that I feel when I'm flowing with the river of life. I feel all right, 'cause I'm one with the love and light. I feel all right when I'm flowing with the river of life, I feel all right. 'Cause I'm one with the love and life. You see, everything we need in the universe is right here, right where I am. It's all that I need to set myself free. I just give thanks and let it be. I can let myself see all my good that comes to me. It's time to start to do my part and let it start living in me. I know I am so full of love. So I don't say no, the Spirit flow and let it continue to grow, and know that I feel all right. Oh, when I'm flowing with the river of life, I feel all right. 'Cause I'm one with the love and light. I feel all right. Oh, when I'm flowing with the river of life, I feel all right. 'Cause I'm one with the love and light. Filled with love and light. Said I feel all right. Flowing with the river of life. I said I feel all right right now. Oh, 'cause I'm flowing with the river of life. Said I feel all right right now. 'Cause I'm one with love and light. I feel all right. Said I feel all right in every part of my life. I feel all right. I said I feel all right in every part of my life. I feel all right when I'm flowing with the river. The river. Oh, life gets so good when I love and let Spirit flow through me. Oh, love gets good, life gets good when I'm flowing with the river of life.
Reverend Andy Anderson, thank you. Oh, wow. Wow. So I want to say a thank you to those online and those here for your continued support of our joint CSL Unity community. It's so blessed to have that support. And this is a time in our service where we do what's called conscious giving, or tithes and offerings. Maybe we should call it conscious giving, but hey, you know, we're just mixing things up a bit. What conscious giving is, it's being aware, conscious of the good that we receive, very aware of everything, whether it's money or whether it's somebody took us to lunch or somebody gave us a gift, and being willing and consciously willing, gratefully willing to share a portion of that to the places where we're spiritually fed. I may send a check to this Chelan. Man, she is amazing. And so if you would kindly, a lot of you give online, but if you have a gift to give, kindly take it out. Let's put our hands over our heart and share our conscious giving affirmation together. You ready? Graciously I give from a place of love, knowing that as I give, so do I richly receive. Thank you, life. Renee, Virginia, thank you.
I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed.
Thank you, Andy. A few announcements before we go have Michael's soup and coffee and goodies. Let's see, men's group is meeting tomorrow at 11 o'clock, correct, here. Jackie's jewelry is not happening today for reasons I won't go into, but next month, look for that on the second Sunday. There is a practitioner meeting here in the sanctuary after about noon today. Unity Tai Chi meets Tuesday at 11:30, is that right? Because there's prayer groups. Oh, okay, I got crossed. Oh, prayer group, not reading. Okay, prayer group at 11 and Tai Chi at 11:30. Thank you, Terry. Let's see. Thursday, the travel group will meet with Ellen Michaels between 5:30 and 8 here that evening. It did not meet last week. She's recovering for some surgery, but recovering well. Our community visioning session happens next week at noon here. That is not a class, that is a drop-in monthly visioning session, visioning for what next. Now that we're one, Unity and CSL, what's Spirit's highest and the next vision for our community in general? So that's very exciting. Everyone can take part in that, and there's no charge. Let's see, Rev Steph's new class, Journey of the Soul, starts Wednesday. The early bird discount for that class ends today. So if you're interested, please be sure to sign up online or sign up in there and make your deposit. I will be having a Zoom call on Tuesday, April 30th. The link is in the newsletter and will continue to be in the newsletter for those who might be interested in traveling with me to Egypt in November of 2025 with Spirit Tours, a sacred journey. So don't miss that call. 18 people can come, and sign-ups will open right after that call. And as I mentioned, the Kirtan concert with Anton, Laura, and Alyssa Naram, freshly back from India, will be that first Sunday in May 5th. You can sign up for our weekly newsletter if you're not getting it in Bosworth Hall. Prayer requests, there's a box in the back for CSL prayer requests, which our whole core, ecclesiastical core, prays for. Unity has a prayer box in there, and those prayers, I believe, get prayed over by Unity, Silent Unity. Yes, Terry? Yeah, we'll tell you more about that, but respective slips for the prayers are next to the boxes. Please join us for coffee and snacks, and Michael asked me to remind you that there is a donation basket in there to help pay the cost of the ingredients for all the wonderful goodies that our kitchen team prepares. So if you enjoy our goodies, please remember at some point to give a love offering for the materials. I think that's it. I'm going to invite our practitioners present to come on forward and ministers. Remember that they are available for a 5-minute miracle prayer after service. If something is on your heart heavy in your own life or anyone you care about, they're happy to know truth for you, to do a prayer. All right. I think we'll do our little something wonderful is happening. So repeat after me if you would. Something wonderful is happening through me right now.
Something wonderful is happening through me right now.
It is this thing called life.
It is this thing called life.
Life is in my mind. Life is in my body. Life is in my affairs.
It's in my affairs.
I accept it.
I accept it.
I bless it.
I bless it.
And I share it.
I share it.
Just the way it appears.
Just the way it appears.
And just the way it appears not.
Just the way it appears not.
Thank you, life.
Thank you, life.
All right, so it is.
I am a light, I am a light, I am a light in this world. I am a light, I am a light, I am a light in this world. And I shine, and I shine, and I shine so bright. And I shine, and I shine, and I shine so bright. You are a light, you are a light, you are a light in this world. You are a light, you are a light, you are a light in this world. And you shine, and you shine, and you shine so bright. And you shine, and you shine, and and you shine so bright. For the world, we are a light. We are a light. We are a light in this world. We are a light. We are a light. We are a light in this world. And we shine, and we shine, and we shine so bright. And we shine, and we shine, and we shine so bright. We shine, 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 we shine.